boys, lads, everything else in between and beyond, welcome to NASB at ESC Tournament 36, where we find our dear friend Mikan and our dear friend Militia at it again. We've gone straight to Rooftop Rumble on Game 1, definitely a stage I like to see, and definitely a stage that I think Norbert and Daggett are going to be happy to see, because this is Beaver territory as far as I'm concerned. A lot of the Beavers' natural weaknesses are covered oh so nicely by how tight the walls are, getting that extra space to just slide and scoop your way up the side of the stage on there. And of course, when you're a light character like Nigel, you do have to be a bit careful, because you will be killed a lot earlier by a lot less. So, be careful. Be careful is something to say to Militia here. But, Militia's Nigel, it looked pretty nice last time we saw it. It did look pretty damn nice. So, very excited to see it again. Hoping for some pretty hype plays to come out from this one too. I have been seeing a lot of Nigel and Nigel type characters being played in my matches recently. As he gets a stock using jabs, we love to see it. The neutral B kill for the win. So I'm pretty excited to see what Militia can do on this Nigel, because it is a fantastic pick. And already starting to see Nigel's strongest things coming out. But oh yes! Atta boy, Mikan using slime cancel to get out of the click. That is actually cracked. That is so hard to do. Like, getting a perfectly timed slime cancel is hard enough already, but it's even harder to do when you are rested by Nigel, because man, it comes out quickly in this game. Ooh, an up throw kill. Ayo, is that Fox I see before me? Nope, it's a Beaver. Two of them, no less. Now, oh my god, that went for a stock as well? Ain't no way. That is actually so fast. I must confess, I do like seeing both of these characters quite a lot. I feel like not enough people are out here playing the Angry Beavers or Nigel, so seeing both of these players going a bit ham on each of them is a delight to see. It is also quite funny because they're going to be doing a lot of the same things to try and get in against each other in neutral. They love to use their aerials because they are disjointed. Oh, a whiff, but not the best punish. Not the best punish you could get on a Nigel who has just whiffed. Naturally, Militia has 2 bars to play with, so it wouldn't have been a killer play, but it would have struck. Oh, double pound, nice. Getting the slime cancel off, but it being in this position in any match is difficult. You do not want to be 2 slime bars down. It is very risky. Yo, using the recovery to actually cover above ledge. Oh, charging it in air. I like the... Oh! I've got to be honest, I'm surprised I didn't stock coming out from Mikan there. That looked incredibly well placed and well timed. But I guess Militia is on another level, and they are on a absolute tear. I say exactly as they get stocked. I say it before, and I say it again. The old caster curse is one hell of a thing. And I will be using that quite a lot today to curse whoever I feel should be. I kid. It's all love. It's all love. But if there's one person who isn't going for love right now, they are choosing violence. That would be our dear friend Militia doing a fantastic aerial combo there to try and get Mikan to the blast zone. Doesn't quite find it in the end, and Mikan has been able to farm their way through some poke to get a decent little bit of damage on Nigel, but, you know, stock down, not the place you want to be. Good use of the recovery again. Nigel landing on stage, though, to put himself in a very strong position. Getting a back air off. It's not enough to kill, but with a follow-up kill, it does not quite kill. The back air was used on ledge, just didn't quite catch. That should do the job just nicely. Okay, gamers. What a treat, actually. Not only do we have the Miracle City Volcano, we have a Grandma Gertie mirror match. Oh my goodness. To anyone who is not entirely familiar with how this character works, they are all of the things that I just mentioned I like to see earlier in one giant package. They are very much at their strongest when they are up close and personal, just smacking ya with the strong airs and like grab into other aerials and stuff like that. They can do a lot of traps because they've got like this weird Jacko thing going on. Not Jacko, sorry, I mean Faust thing going on, where they get random items from their neutral B. They can have some funny, silly effects on the match, which we like to see. And I gotta say, if you were going to go to any stage as Grandma Gertie, this is definitely one you'd want to go to, because in addition to it being a fantastic stage, because like I say, I really enjoy Bureaucracy Volcano, you also have the benefit of all of these extra platforms to reset your aerial combos on, and that means you can knee, into knee, into knee, into knee for a stock. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be pretty exciting to see now, wouldn't it? So, now that we've talked enough about the matchup, let's talk about what we're actually seeing before us. Oh, a knee! You're going to see a lot of knees. You're going to see a lot of knees. The way that you play Grandma Gertie is well, I think we just saw a good example of it there. Once you get up and close to your opponent, you can use a lot of light hitboxes to just stun them out of shield. Where, if they keep tanking, then eventually their shield is just going to pop like a balloon. And you don't want that. So, instead, you try and duck and dive out of the pressure using spot dodges or running away or so on and so forth. Not so sure on using a charge smash attack on the edge there from Mikan, but we ball. Alright, both players just kind of dashing around. They're trying to find each other with the back light, as you can see there, the frying pan. It's very good at just setting up your opponent, because while it doesn't launch quite as much AO healing there, nice. While it doesn't quite hit your opponent for as much damage as you may like from an aerial that's that committal, it does stun your opponent a good amount, so you can chain it into one of your stronger aerials if you chase. Yo, that's pretty good use of the... That was pretty good use of the slime cancel coming out from Alicia there, but both players just sort of hanging around on their grappling hooks on the ledge, not providing much of anything, but now we can see they're both going back in, trying to get some hits on each other. I saw an E, saw a good use of the pan, killing at 136% when you're that close to the blast zone. I guess that is the ideal time to use it for damage and nothing else. Good use of the jab block. Like I say, it's just a really harsh jab block to be thrown into, because it just hits your shield constantly. You're going to lose a lot of pressure from it. Alright, we're using the charged fair, I like. We're using some, stronger aerials that aren't the knee. This is not the Grandma Gertie I expected to see. Okay, maybe the bar was a bit much, but I like throwing that out there against your opponent every now and again just to see how they're going to react to it. You know, people always say, like, you know, this move is so bad, don't go for it. This play is not safe, don't go for it. But sometimes it's just what you need to mix up the matchup. And, well, as we're seeing from our low-tier villain, aka Meta Militia, is they are moving on this matchup with the mix-ups. Oh no, not the bees! The bees are like the coolest one because they just stun you. You don't want to get hit by the bees. The bowling ball. That's also a good one to cover low ledge traps, as we saw. Militia, as we saw, somehow just being used there. A hatchet actually hitting. We like. Now, Militia needs to be careful. If they get hit by a stray knee, they're gonna die. Okay, both players just trying out each other's tactics, both being like, oh, that's a good stock. Oh, I didn't even stock. I thought that would. I can't. Now it's got a stock. Yeah. Faded breaths for a second there. But we got there in the end. We got a stock. So, we are seeing a lot more movement come out now. We're seeing a lot of these jump resets coming out from Militia. Getting a good knee there, but burst out using Slime Bar by Mikan. Dancing around a match, because at this point, Mikan, if he gets hit by a knee, he could die if he's in the wrong place for it. Oh, that could have been a good stock, but doesn't quite find it, unfortunately. Hey, now we're at knee territory. We're in knee territory. That is a dance with death that you do not want to take, actually. That was dangerous coming out from both of these players. Absolutely dangerous. Don't get me wrong, there's a stock advantage, so Militia's in a much better place than Mikan is, but you know, you don't need to well, do that. You don't need to risk it. And unfortunately we saw some risking happen there with the recovery to try to bait out a timeout, I should say, a bad aerial, and trying to punish it, but not quite there, and instead Militia wins this game 2-0. GG, well played.